Good evening to one and all, and welcome back to the REGTC, where we do have our bronze medal match for the Super 4, and it will be a contest between the Diamond FC and the Attackers FC. Attackers went down, of course, in the first semi-final to the Docks United, courtesy of some good goals, I must say, from the likes of Mali and a good finish by Jose Torres as well as Johnny. While the Diamond FC, they did go down 2-1, I believe, to the Roaring Lions. They did manage to score in that one off the boot of Jalen, who forced a mistake out of Kareem Burris, but it was not enough to get his side the victory. Our referee for today is the man Hilton. The Attackers, they are playing with just 9 today. Their full lineup reads Javiel Special Brooks is number 14. Khalid Brooks, the man Wabe, is number 17. Lawford Brown, he's number 25. That's the coach for them. Centerval Duke, number 27. Finlay still injured. Ramdi Gomez, captain and keeper, number 1. For Sean Spoony Hodges, number 16. Sean Gaza Isaacs, number 9. Keon Lee's number 3. Hassan Mason, number 23. Still no Roscoe, still no Reed. Shakoy Reed is number 2. And running up the lineup for them, Rashim Thompson is the number 8. For the Diamond FC, it's a number of changes for them. Keeper and wearing the armband today is Micah Brooks. He's the number 1. Jaden Fleming back in the starting lineup. He's the number 9. Kamoy Garvey gets a start today. He's number 24. Kevon Harley is number 21 back in the lineup as well. Kevoy Harley gets a second start in a row. He's the number 25. Same thing for Jay Nicholson Millington. He's number 27. Kevin Paul gets a start today for the DFC. He is the number 17. Carlos Reyes, number 6. The Rabbit into the lineup as well. Daquan Rumney, he's number 12. And the Smeans brothers, Jalen and Jared, number 7 and 2, respectively. To the bench drops Redondo Roach, Trevor Peters, Kentish John, and still no Armando Hodge in the starting lineup, as well as Malachi Gums. So we're all set in the Diamond. They are in their sky blue uniform, the alternate. The Attackers, they are in their dark blue and the black trousers. Attackers seem to have set up with a back 4, a midfield 2, and no one on the left. They're playing with just one winger. That would be Gaza over here on this right side. There is no one playing off the left wing. And when I did read out the Attackers lineup, I would have named 11 names, but Shakoy Reed is not there to start with. And neither is Keon Lee. Neither of them have made it in time for the start of this fixture. We'll suspect that they're not too far away. No short man Tariq Joseph for the Attackers either. Will be a big miss for them, the energetic midfielder. Attackers get us kicked off with Mason. So it'll be interesting to see how the Diamond approach this, because they are missing a number of key players as well. As there is no Kentish John, who's really become a goal scorer for them, playing as a forward, a right-sided forward, would have replaced Jaden Fleming in the starting lineup. And would have done a tremendous job as well. Jaden has dropped into the midfield now with a number of players. Alex is out and Trevor is out, their main midfield battery. There's Jaden. So there's no Alex, there's no Trevor. So it looks like Hawley usually plays over on the right side. When he does start, he has been forced to move centrally along with Jaden. And Garvey has taken up that right side. We suspected for a moment that Nicholson Millington will be playing over on the right, and Camoy Garvey may shift into the center. I suspect they wanted Millington centrally for his pace. Does possess a lot of pace up against a speedy forward like Gaza. As here's Duke. Going back to special. Wider now for Wabi. The rabbit getting himself and becoming a nuisance like he is early renowned himself for. An annoying player to defend against, because he's extremely athletic. Not afraid to stick himself in for a challenge. Never gives the defenders a moment to breathe. Rabbit getting in there yet again. Here's Spoonie up against Jaden. Jaden extends the arm. And the free kick goes the way of the Attackers FC. They can quickly. It's blocked. And the referee will ask for it to be retaken, but not sure if I agree with that. He chose to take it quickly while the player was walking away. He could have waited until the player moved, but it will be retaken for Denzel. Denzel looking for a drive over the top. Nodded on, but it will not trouble Micah, a captain for the day at all. And his boot goes out wide and into touch for a throw-in. Interesting, the captaincy for the Diamond FC today goes to Micah, of course. Trevor and Alex would have been their two main armband bearers. They do have a former captain in the side in the man Jalen. Interesting to see that Coach Linton opted to give the armband to Micah over Jalen Fleming. Jalen Smith, sorry, as well as Jaden Fleming. Experienced campaigner, would have captained the Diamond FC a number of occasions as well. Here's the aforementioned Jaden down the line for Rabbit, but a bit too heavy, and Randy Gomez comes to collect. Rashim. Here's special now. Wabi. Kevin Paul stepping in there and stepping in well. It will find Jalen on the outside. Jalen has Jared streaking into the area. Puts one in towards Jared. Just a bit too much pepper on it. And it will go behind for a goal kick. That was a good move by the Diamond FC. Just needed a better final ball. Referee Hilton having some words with goalkeeper Randy Gomez. Goalkeeper and captain, in fact. It's not the best choice there by Duke. Almost got his team in trouble. But no harm done, no foul done, as here comes Gaza. Gaza, with Kevin Paul for company, wins the throw-in. Duke, that seemed to be a handball, given as such, a free kick to the Diamond FC. Jaden. Jared Smains. Smains further wide for Garvey. Garvey finding Jaden in space. Jaden into the area, puts one across. Gomez came for it, didn't collect it. And the throw will go the way of the attackers. Good move there between Garvey and Jaden, making the runner down the outside. They do have to try and overload the attackers' defense, seeing as, especially on the right side, they're playing without a left. Forward, the attackers, so the Diamonds on their right can look to double up on Rashim. Jaden looking up for Jalen Smains, booted away by Special for a throw-in. Lofted long. Special wins the initial header. Not dealt with well at all. And Jared went for a volley at goal. Got the contact horribly wrong. And Randy Gomez can just amble out and collect in the end. Diamond just building pressure in these opening moments. Looking to break the deadlock. It's the Rabbit. The good takedown on the chest. Here's Jalen over the top towards Rabbit. Rabbit with a missed touch. And again, DFC almost got in behind. The final bit of quality was lacking. Rashim wins a throw-in. Jaden. Rabbit. Very good turn there by Gaza. Wabi. Now Spoonie. Very silky feet, Smoothie. Gets it back. Spoonie again looking to go wide. He will find the man in Denzel out there. Denzel puts one in, looking for Gaza, who takes it down. And Gaza forces a good save out of Micah. Gaza causing problems. It was a good ball over the top there by Denzel. Here's Duke. Pokes it through. Denzel with a pot shot at goal. It's deflected and out for a corner. But the attackers, they are not laying down just yet. Corner to the attackers. Taken short. Denzel drives one along the ground, right into the arms of Micah Brooks. Brooks finds Jared Smains. Now here's Harley. Harley poking one over the top. And Randy in a foot race here with Paul. And Randy does well. Gomez did his best to keep it in, and he did just about do so. Millington wins the initial header. And now Jared Smains. Smains has some options. He'll find Jalen. Jalen with a missed touch. And Special got in there to ensure he didn't get the rebound as well. Jaden now looking wide for the Rabbit. Gets it wrong. Throw in to the attackers. Duke. Special. Out wide 4 and finding Wobby. First touch wasn't good. Throw into DFC. Bad option for the throw. Rushed it a bit. I did young Harley. Kevin Paul drifting inside. Looking for a shot at goal is deflected and goes for a goal kick. Interesting. It definitely seemed to be deflected. The DFC believed as such. Goal kick, says the referee. Denzel trips over the ball and DFC can look to break. Jaden special with a very good touch because Jalen was right in behind waiting. Denzel shifted wide now to Wobby by Mason. Now it's Gaza. Gaza has some company and he does well there, young Millington. Winning the throw in for his side. Reyes. Micah. Going wide for Gavi. Gavi gives this one away. Tried to progress the ball and took a bit too long to deliver the pass. Spooney winning a throw in. Duke under some pressure and loses out. Here's Jared. Jared has the rabbit and Jalen for company. Jared pokes it inside. It's the rabbit in a foot race. And Randy Gomez comes out well yet again. Did hard and long. Down the line, finding Jared. Jared has Jalen in space, and Jalen Smains on his weaker foot. Doesn't get the connection warranted. Very good turn there by Gaza. The touch, throw in will go the way of the Attackers FC. Duke. Gaza going back and finding Denzel. Wobby. Now Spooney. Rashim in space over on this left side. Rashim. Can you get around Jaden? But Jaden does well defensively. And shoots one forward for Jalen Smains. Jalen was just in behind, but Special recovered well. Forces Jalen wide. He has Jared for company. Ups to go down the byline, cuts it back, it's not missable, and the Diamond FC do not miss. In the 14th minute of play, it looks like Jared Smains got the final touch, and DFC take a 1-0 lead. Jared Smains continuing his brilliant goal-scoring form. He would have ended the season with 19 goals. 19 goals in 16 games for the young man. And he's continued that here today. He's bagged one the Super 4. Can he carry this good form over to the Champions League? We have to wait and see. Jared with his 20th in all comps here. What a season for the young man. Third, of course, behind the Docs duo, the dynamic duo. Johnny Gishard and Jose Torres. And given away. And here's Jalen. Jalen. Down to the byline yet again. Already has one assist today. Cuts one back for Jared again. Blocked by Special this time. Denzel gives it straight back to the sky blue. Jaden. Lovely ball for the Rabbit. Rabbit has run the office line, and again Special clears away. Special doing some brilliant last-ditch defending, and Kevin Paul with an audacious effort that will drift harmlessly wide. Careless from Wabi and Denzel. The DFC yet again. It's Jaden. Lofted over the top. Headed away there. And Spoony turns. Spoony has Rashim to help him. Nothing much ahead of them. It's back with Kamwe Gavi. Hawley to Jared. Spoony again. Nothing but green grass ahead of him, but he can beat everyone, you know. He's silky, he's smooth, he can beat them all. He's beaten 3 and now drops this one off to the Duke. The Duke turning, the Duke twisting and finding Special. Special has a man out wide if he wants to use him. So it goes over the top for Gaza. Millington wins the initial header. It's Wabi finding Gaza. Back to Wabi, back to Gaza. Gaza getting goal side. And good defending there by Kamoi Gavi, because Gaza tried to get around the defender for the DFC, winning a corner in the end. Minute of play. DFC with a 1-0-0 lead, courtesy of their talisman Jared Smains. Bright young prospect, the young man. Denzel floats one in. Header is won by Mason, but he can't keep it down. Goal kick. Here's Jalen Smains now. Jalen has nothing but green grass ahead of him, but he couldn't get a touch in stride. Back to Jalen. He'll cut inside because he's left-footed and has a rocket of a left boot. But that's a good block. Sure, Special with the header. Laid off to Jalen. Jalen drives one at goal, but always drifting wide. Away. It's a good move initially. He does win the throw-in. It's taken short, and Kevin Paul. Well, they started with a free kick. It was a throw-in. Now the referee calls to feel the pressure of the ball. We'll have a replacement now. Laid off towards Hawley. Now Jaden. Jaden. Bundle off the ball. Wins a free kick. So left boot of Jalen Smains over this one. Not totally out of range for him. Difficult angle, but definitely within striking distance. You have to be a very good keeper from that sort of angle, though. It's Jalen. He drives one, yes. It's deflected. It's bubbled out, and it will go behind for a goal kick. Never for it ever popped Jalen Smains. Randy couldn't collect cleanly. But no harm done, no foul done as Wobby looks to go down the line, gives away a throw in. Giveaway Harley looking to find Paul. Wobby does the defending. Gaza using his strength well. Playing it about nicely, the attackers FC. It's with the Duke. He gives this one away a bit cheaply. That's good strength being shown. Rasheem steps in well. Now Spoonie can turn. Spoonie with nothing but sky blue ahead of him. Now he has Gaza for company. Slide in there. It's a good tackle. Very good tackle by Kivoy Harley. Gaza. Jared comes away with it. Stood up and Wobby looks for and finds Duke, who goes back to special. Shifting it wide, giving away. This pass proves fruitful for the Diamond FC. Garvey goes long over the top. Looking for Jared, but Jared won't win anything in the air with Special and Mason back there. Spoonie trying to be clever. Duke. And it was Denzel trying to go long over the top for Gaza. Picked up by Jaden now. Jaden shifting inside. Jaden driving one into the area. It's deflected. It's Jalen Smains. And you know he's not missing that one. Jalen Smains makes it 2-0. Right on the tick of the 23rd minute of play. TFC, they are running away with this one now. 2-0. Jalen Smains. It's the Smains brothers. They scored so many in the season. They have combined yet again here today. Jalen makes it 2-0. It was a miscue by the attacker's defense. On his left boot. He wasn't missing from there. Just rolled it calmly past Randy Gomez. And the attackers, they could be in it for yet another long day. They lost very recently. Some was 9 or 10 goals to nothing to the Docks United. In the final game of the season. Will it be more of the same? They played with 10 versus the Docks. They have just a 9 today against DFC. Duke. Wobby. Back for the Duke. Closes out and here comes DFC yet again. Down the line, he finds Paul. Paul has options waiting centrally. Paul looks to poke it back towards Kevoy. That's a weak clearance. That's a wasted clearance. Almost problematic. Paul with the Wobby for company. They're trying to dribble in a dangerous position, the attackers. And you can't do that, Wobby. But he had to do that. Free kick The DFC. Jared. Floating one in. Randy coming up and reaching the ball at its apex. Lovely goalkeeping there from Randy Gomez. Didn't allow it to dip. Because Jaden was looking. He spotted the ball at its high point and came out well to collect. Oh, that's careless again by the attacker's defense. Jalen using his pace, and he tried to poke one past Randy, but Randy made himself big on that occasion. Tried to burst past Special, and now Wobby does the defending well. Jalen not being as decisive and as clinical as we've seen him on some occasions. Looking centrally towards Denzel. Spoony. Duke. Now Special. Back to Spoony. Wobby now the Duke. Duke going for the long ball. Right idea. Wrong execution. Also can't reach the play yet. Yes, he's struggling a bit to get the ball into the hand of a young Hawley. Now it's Garvey. Gomez finding Spoony. Goes up and over. Hawley, he is taken out and he will win the free kick. Gaza. This one poked forward now for DFC. It's 3 versus 2. Gaza's tracking back, and Gaza does brilliantly well. Spoony. The Duke. Spoony now. And it's troublesome because it's Jalen. He gets the wrong side of Special, but it's his right boot. Goes again, and Jalen just gave himself too much work to do. Again, Randy came out and made himself big. Could have opted to pop it with his right foot, but it's his weaker foot. And having taken a shot with it earlier, a very powder puff shot at that, didn't have the confidence in his right boot to try it again. Ended up missing out on a glorious opportunity. He twisted and turned Special like a pretzel, got him wrong side, but it was the wrong foot. Spoony spinning out of danger. Denzel. Spoony looking for and finding Gaza. Gaza can't keep it in play, however. Diamond have all the time in the world to knock it around the back if they so choose. Millington going across to Garvey. Now Kevon Hawley. Fleming. Rabbit. Bustled off the ball well by Mason. Goes back to Rashim. Now the Duke for the white Mason yet again. Searching long. Not finding its intended target in Denzel. But there is Denzel now as Spoony collected the rebound. But no one there. No one forward for them. The furthest man forward is Denzel, and he has to play both midfield and attack. There's tons of space. Way too much space in the defense. Played across goal, but the shot at the back post. Couldn't find the intended target. It did seem to be, was it Paul coming in there late, or was it Hawley? It's Gaza. Beats one man at Millington. Comes across brilliantly and keeps it in play as well. Jaden. Searching ball. Jalen in space. Jalen with one man for company. Cutting inside. Special doing brilliantly well. Here's Gaza. Denzel. Spooney trying to win that one. Good defensive work by Hawley. Of Millington. Giving away. Now Duke. Duke only has one side to use because there's only one winger. Gaza. Denzel looking to slide it back through for Gaza. But Nicholson read it very well. And now it's with Jaden. Searching ball. Got it wrong. Straight to the waiting arms of Randy Gomez. Rashim, the left back. Oh, left back slash left winger slash left mid slash left everything. No one else on the side but him in dark blue. Duke. Nothing there. Throw in goes the way of DFC. It's Jaden. Try to slide one through here, but defending in the end by the attackers. They're defending rather stoutly against this potent DFC attack. DFC attack that would have registered some 39 goals, the third most in the competition. Third most goals in the competition for DFC. Special winning that header. Of course, most of those goals coming off the boot of the man Jared Smains. If not him, Jalen was there as well. Smains brothers, main goal scorers, main providers for the DFC. Tigers do have some reinforcement coming. Keon Lee has just made his way into the stadium. It's a good turn by Denzel, who finds Spooney. Spooney. Rashim out wide. Rashim can put one into the mixer here, try to beat a man. Former teammates of the Spartans FC, both Rashim and Gavi. Here's Gaza. Gaza trying to get inside. Gaza down the outside. Gaza puts one into the mixer, and Gaza wins the corner. And the referees overturned it. It will be a goal kick, in fact. We do have the finalized official standings after all corrections have been made, all discrepancies between scorebook and the referee scorecards. We'll get that to you in a moment. Some cut back to Jalen. Jalen pokes it through. He has space. He has time. Instead of shooting, he tried to cut back inside and wasted a glorious opportunity. And now Spoonie can turn. Spoonie cutting inside. Has Duke for support. Duke to Denzel. Denzel needs some help. He has it special. Back to Denzel. Spoonie. Ramis touch for him. Mason was like a daisicle. Jaden was alert. Jaden tries to put one in. Special with one of his most convincing header. Jaden trying to be innovative. And he is in an offside position. Final points tallies and goal differences were Ducks United. 16 matches played. Undefeated, 14 wins, 2 draws, 100 goals for, just a 7 against to a goal difference of 93. They finished 44 points. This one can be whipped into no one in particular. Roaring Lions, they did come in second. They have a knack for coming either first or second, the Roaring Lions. 12 wins and what you would consider a down season for them by their standards. That's saying a lot. 12 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. 52 goals for, just the 8 against. A very sound defensive unit, the Roaring Lions, especially with playing with a very makeshift defense for the majority of this season. They wound up on 37 points. Diamond FC, good resurgence season for them, coming in third with 11 wins. Didn't draw any, lost 5, scored 39, but conceded 27. Very innovative backline, very innovative defensive strategy for the DFC. Did work for them. Goal difference of 12, they wound up with 33. Attackers, they were challenging for third for a moment until they faltered at the very end of the season as it's Jalen Smains. Randy was worried. Attackers would have lost 6 and drawn 2, winning 8. Scoring a 32. So scoring 35. Goal difference of just 3 for them as they conceded 32. Ended up on 26 points. The Eagle Claw just nudged out the Limers. They just nudged them out to that last Champions League spot in 5th. Claw finished with 6 wins. 38 goals for, 34 against, for a goal difference of 4, while the Limers ended up with 26 goals for and 25 against for a goal difference of 1, both finishing on 19 points. Limers just couldn't get enough goals. Final 3 teams, the Uprising with 15, Spartans with 11, and the West End Predators with just the 3 points with a mammoth goal difference of negative 111. Special. Duke finds Mason. Rashim was back towards Mason, just knocking it around the back. The attackers, but Special gets that one horribly wrong. Nothing but sky blue in that vicinity. I'll be back to Special. Lee, who just entered the field of play. It's gone into a midfield area. Lee finding Spoony. Spoony to Duke. Duke cuts past the man. Duke poking one, looking for Denzel. Doesn't have the pace anymore to get there. Here's Gaza. Lee injected some energy into this attack for the Attackers FC. Here's Wobby streaking down the right side from right back, whipping one along the ground, no one attacking the near post. And a frustrated Wobby gestures to his teammates as to why there was no one there. But in the meantime, he has to get back because Jared has the freedom of the left side to roam. Tried to go inside to Jalen. Mason snuffed out the danger. Gaza. Lee. Spoony gets it wrong, frustrated with himself, Spoony. Getting straight back to the Attackers. Gaza. Wobby. Good work there by Kevoy Harley. Just booted into no man's land by Jared. All of a sudden, it's the DFC who are under the pump. It's been a severe role reversal these last couple minutes. Just 2-0. Game is still on. It's not been put away just yet. DFC did not take advantage fully of a 9-man Attackers outfit, given they are down a number of key starters, the DFC. But it's the Duke. Lee. Back to Duke. To the high boot. Not the high boot. Millington to take this free kick. Shooting it out wide towards Jaden. Dealt with defensively. Again, it's the Attackers. Oh, missed pass there by Denzel. Micah. Jared. Jaden. Can he pick up the right ball now? Jaden, biding his time, beats a man, goes down. And it's a free kick, it looks like. Heard the whistle, but the referee didn't point to anywhere. Now he goes over to consult with his AR. Was it in the box? Was it outside the box? It did blow. And it will be adjudged to be a free kick just outside the 18-yard area. Just outside, luckily for the Attackers. Jalen over this one. Even tighter angle this time. And gets this one way wrong. And nothing good about execution at all from Jalen's mains. Spoonie. So we'll see that there will be 2 minutes added to this first half. Just the 2 minutes. 10-man attackers have fought hard, but the DFC do hold a 2-goal advantage. So it's Jalen now. I mean, Special have had a very good battle here today. They've both won on various occasions. This time Special forces Jalen to go back towards Paul and giving away as the attackers. With the Duke. Duke to Lee. It's Denzel. Spoonie. He'll cut inside. Spoonie. He was looking to have a drive at goal. He eyed up the goal, but ball ran a bit too far. Now with Jaden cutting inside. Well, Jaden try to play the decisive pass. We'll find Jalen. He can let off an effort if he wants to, but he slips. And Randy will have no trouble with it. I think he can just play this one out until the halftime whistle is blown. Randy taking his precious time. 47 minutes have elapsed. And eventually Randy looks to go long. Denzel with a missed touch. Now Jaden. And the referee Hilton says he has seen enough for this first half. 2 blasts on the whistle does mean that after 45 minutes plus 2 minutes added, it's the DFC who go into the halftime whistle with a 2-0 lead, courtesy of their talisman, their main men, their goal scorers, the Smains brothers, Jalen and Jared with 1 each, and the DFC take a 2-0 lead into the halftime whistle. The attackers did come into the game a bit later on in the half when Keon Lee was introduced to the fray, but they are still down a man. They're still playing with 10, and they will have to battle hard to get back into this one. 2 sides missing key players. 1 side missing players on a whole. But the DFC do have the lead at the half. It's DFC 2, Attackers 0. Join us in about 12 minutes time for the second half here at the RAGTC. But for now, we will take you back to Master Control.
For the safety of the players and all attendees, the Anguilla Football League requests that you refrain from standing at the rails or running in the walkways. We also remind you that spectators are not allowed to go onto the field or interrupt play in any manner.
Welcome back to the REGTC, where we do have a game on our hands now because it's the attackers doing battle with the DFC. DFC do lead 2-0, but that was against a 9-man attackers. Attackers now have their full quota of starters. Keon Lee arrived about 10 minutes before the halftime whistle. And now Shakoy Reed has entered the fray as well. He had a very good game last time out against the Ducks United defense. Attackers have their full quota of starters. Can they pull this one back against a DFC side lacking really a number of key players, a number of starters? Seems like Alex Smith picked up an injury. There's no Trevor, their captain. Their defense is makeshift with no Malachi and Redondo as well. No Armando in it. No Kentish John. Missing a number of key starters, the DFC. But here's Jaden finding Jared. Jared had a left-footed effort. So that was nowhere near its intended target of Jalen. Straight into the arms of Randy Gomez. A lovely ball by Randy towards Lee. Lee with a guy for company. Lee forced to cut back. Needs some support. We'll find it in Spoony. Spoony does find Duke. Duke out wide to Lee. Lee puts one in. Deflected behind. It will be a corner. Corner kick signaled for the Attackers FC. They have 45 minutes to turn this game around in order to win third place in the Super 4 playoff. I do believe extra time and penalty rules are in effect. The game is drawn. It goes to extra time, then we go to penalties. Laid off here for Centerval Duke. He got his shot wrong. Taking short towards Reyes. Jaden turning, twisting, getting himself into trouble. And it's the Attackers as the shot came in. Wasn't a good effort at all there by Denzel. We'll have to be a bit more patient and send Lee through. But can this forward line of Gaza, Lee, and Shakoy Reed produce something? It forward, but straight into the waiting arms of Micah Brooks in goal. Going along, taken down by Duke. Wobby, now Gaza. Spoony pokes one over, looking for Lee. It will find Lee. Well, that's good last-ditch defending. Very good defending there. And the DFC do survive because Lee could have been clean through on goal. Rashim. Now towards the Duke. Mason. Wobby. Trying to slide it through towards Denzel there. Jaden going long. Jaden will find Jalen Smains here. Jalen has some company. He has the rabbit to aim at. It does find the rabbit, who lets it run across him. And now Jared Smains lays one off to Jalen. Jalen looking to beat a man. Can't beat Mason like that. You can't just run straight into him. That's a brick wall back there. It's Lee now. Duke. Duke out wide for Lee. Lee. Lee cutting inside. Lee trying to force something. Deflected away, but Spoonie picks it up. It's been all attackers here in this second half. Wobby. Lovely ball. It will find Reed, but he can't keep the shot down. But the attackers, they're probing. They're looking. They're trying to create something. It feels like just a matter of time now. The DFC have to regain a foothold. They're missing that experience in the middle of the park. They're missing Trevor and they're missing Alex. They do have pace out wide. It's a volley at goal, and it forced an absolutely spectacular save out of Randy Gomez because it was dipping, it was swerving, and Randy Gomez got back, stretched out a hand, and clawed it out of the goal. What a save yet again by Randy Gomez. He is Superman. Somehow, someway, Randy Gomez kept that one out because that was a spectacular volley. It will be a corner. Taken short. And now attackers can look to counter. Spoonie with a lovely turn. Shifts this one wide. Back towards Spoonie here. It's Vashawn Spoonie Hodge in the area. Spoonie pokes it across. Lee with a missed touch. Lee trying to turn. Lee lays this one off. It finds Denzel. Denzel has company. Garvey in there tussling. Denzel trying to send one across. Still Denzel here. Now all the way back to Mason who calms things down. Rashim looking and finding Special. Special has space. Has time. Ups to go short and wide to Wobby. Further wide for Gaza, the danger man. Gaza back to Wobby. Wobby forced to turn. It's DFC. A bit of technical issues there. Do apologize. Shifted wide by Warby, but given away. It's the Sky Blue of the DFC. Looking to regain a foothold in this one. Lovely ball. Just couldn't beat Rashim in the air. Did have a man lurking. Shifted wide. Played into the center. Rashim there yet again. Lee. Lee has an itchy for days. Lee can run. Denzel back towards Lee. Lee finding Shakoy Reed. Shakoy for the wide to Gaza. Reed trying to poke one through. No one in the vicinity. Straight back to the attackers with Shakoy. He does find an attackers player now. Trying to push one wider for Gaza there. Still the attackers search. Still the hunt to get her way back into this one. It will find Duke. Duke has Denzel. Denzel in space. Denzel! And Denzel has equal. He's made it 2-1. In fact, he's not equalized. But there is still life. There is still hope. The attackers are back in it.
No.
It said it was only a matter of time. And in the end, it has proven to be such. They've been knocking on the door. They've been banging down the door. And eventually, they have broken down the door. The attackers are back in it. And it's their veteran. Hits the man, Denzel, who's gotten them back. It's 2-1. It is game on. Change has been made for the Diamond, and it's a crucial one. Their skipper, Trevor Peters, has arrived. He slides right back into the midfield where they desperately need him because it's been attackers who have taken over the game here in this second half. Not just the second half, but for the final minutes of the first half as well. It's been a whole lot of attackers. It's 2-1. DFC looking to regain a 2-goal advantage. They have a lot of work to do. Rabbit. Still Rabbit. And eventually Lee can come away with it. Mason. Rashim. Spoonie. Rashim. Rabbit just being a nuisance. And eventually he pokes this one over towards Hawley. Jared looking to find Jalen Mason in the way. Rashim gives it straight back to the Sky Blue of the DFC. And they just give it straight to Mason. Eventually, Trevor can pick it up and shift it wide. And now we're in. It's attackers knocking on the door. Yet again. As Denzel, the goal scorer, looks to turn and lead his side. The side he coaches. As a player now, looking to drag them back into this one. Turning back the clock, Denzel. That's good strength. He lost the ball trying to beat the second man. But that's careless play by the DFC. And it could be troublesome yet again. Because it's Shakoy Reed here. And Reed is up against Garvey. Garvey does his duty well. Goal kick. Two goals to Warner. 28 minutes still to play. This is going to be a tense finish. A very, very tense finish. So man is down for the attackers. Coming up in our nightcap fixture for today here at the REGTC, it will be, I believe, the Little Soldiers, and they'll be doing battle with the EastEnders FC. EastEnders have not played for a while. In the time they've seen both the Diamond Queens and the Superstars surpass them. They'll be looking to get themselves right back in the mix. All the Soldiers, they need points. They need as many points as possible. Free kick now, straight to Spoonie. That's good defending. They'll have a man waiting on it. Going back towards Micah, he has to do some work. Recovers well. The press is on. The press was almost, it is successful in fact. It's attacker's ball. It's Duke. Duke gets this one wrong. Was a bit selfish on that occasion. Goal kick to DFC. And the Duke has stayed down as well for a moment. The veteran is back on his feet, however. Attacker's throw. DFC struggling. DFC on the ropes right now. They've regained a bit of composure with Trevor being introduced into the midfield. Trevor misses his dynamic duo. He needs his midfield dynamo. And Alex, but Alex is hurt. He'll have to do a lot more running, a lot more defensive work. Trevor Peters. It's Lee. Ball did not in fact go out. Though Gavi was appealing for it. It will fall here, and Spoonie's shot. Just a P-roller into the arms of Micah Brooks. That's a good ball. It'll find Hawley in his more familiar right-sided role. He beats Rasheem Thompson rather easily. Puts one in, but there's no one there. Spoonie just shrugs off the challenge of the rabbit. And here's the Duke. Duke finding Lee. Lee with Garvey company. Garvey gets a boot in and does very well. A veteran Kemoy Garvey. Dribble himself into trouble as Spoonie takes it off him. Spoonie looking to go wide to Gaza and almost found him. It's Spoonie again. He's been a bundle of life in this entire game. Takes a good challenge to dispossess him. It's a DFC. Run made, run found. This could be troublesome, but he couldn't keep the run on side. Here's Hassan Mason. Rashim, a lovely ball by Mason to Rashim. Rashim looked to whip one in. He'll put one into a Shekwai. Micah read it well and came off the line. Rashim. Towards special. Wabi. Missed there by the goal scorer Denzel. Special now finding Spoony. Wabi. Back to Spoony. Spoony still dispossessed. And here come the Diamond FC. Looking, searching for something. It's Jared Smains. Jared going further wide. He'll hit one here into the area. Easily dealt with defensively. The attacking prowess has fallen off dramatically, the DFC. It's Denzel. Spoony. Further wide, Shakoy. First time ball looking for Lee. Good defending by Millington. Special lumps it long. It's allowed to bounce. Could be troublesome because it's around the outside now. Cuts one back. Lovely ball in the area. And it's straight into the grateful arms of Micah. It was bouncing around. It was bubbling around. But the shot couldn't be put in either corner. And Micah gratefully grasped onto that one. Rashim finding special now. Spoony for Wabi. Wabi drives inside. Giving away. And here come DFC. And this could be troublesome because it's 4 versus 4 on the counter. That's a lovely, incisive pass. Can he whip one into the area? Does he opt to cut it back? He will cut it back. And nothing doing yet again. And DFC have to transition quickly because attackers have numbers here. It's 4 men up against a 5-man back line. But one of those men is Gaza. And Gaza puts one in. But the missed touch allowed the DFC to escape. He tried to take a touch before firing in it goalward. It didn't opt for the one-time shot. Did that prove costly? The game has opened right up here. And it's the attackers who are looking the more likely side to break it down yet again. Change to be made for the DFC. Looks like Jalen is the man coming off. Spoony. Wabi. Lumping it long, looking for Shakwai. They're jumping. It's in the air. Shakwai puts the header in. And Shakwai has tied it up. His injection have life has absolutely invigorated the attack. Miscommunication has led to the attackers tying it up at 2 goals apiece. The DFC have capitulated and the attackers FC have roared themselves back to a promising position. Can they take a victory out of the jaws of defeat? They have 19 minutes plus added time to do so. The DFC have capitulated without their main stars. Defensive miscommunication. They are playing missing 2 of their main, or 3 of their main defenders. There's no Redondo, no Armando, and there's no Malachi. And the miscommunication allowed for Shakori to take advantage. Mason reading the play. Rabbit. Blocked by Rashim. Man down for the attackers FC. It looks like Mason, it may be on his medical treatment. I don't have anyone to use. They came to the game with 9. They got 2 more reinforcements, and they've gotten the 2 goals that they needed. Good ball over the top. Micah comes right to the edge of his area to collect. Rashim gets this pass wrong. DFC. They need an injection of life. But they've taken off one of their talisman and Jalen. I think don't, don't know if Jalen was carrying an injury there. But it will be Trevor who shifts this one wider. This could be troublesome. He was in space, but it DFC. Lovely ball. They want an offside call. They won't get it from the AR. He can put one in, and it's somehow missed, creeping into that far corner. It took a deflection, but thankfully for an agonizing Randy Gomez, it just drifted wide. Corner to the DFC. 76 minutes on the clock. That's a relatively poor corner. Just rattles into the framing of the goal. It will be a goal kick. Randy Gomez will take the goal kick. Spoonie, Lee, Rashima, and shifted wide by Denzel to Wobby. Duke. Now Denzel pushes one forward. A lovely hold up play there. And it shifted back now towards Wobby. Great turn by Gaza. It's still Gaza. And Gaza Isaacs forces a great save. The follow-up volley eventually makes its way in. He was on the ground and he somehow contorted his body to turn it goalward. And the attackers FC have come from 2 goals down to lead 3 goals to 2. What a turnaround this has been. An absolute shift in fortune. An absolute changing of the momentum. The Attackers FC are leading here. And the DFC have completely capitulated. Seven to 9 minutes into the 80th minute. And it is the DFC who were up 2 goals to 0 and coasting 30 minutes in. It's been a complete turnaround by the Attackers FC. They lead it 3-2. And now it's going to find the DFC. Can they find a way back into it with Carlos? Looking for Hawley here. He's onside, Hawley. Rashim with great recovery pace. A man goes down and eventually a delayed whistle by the referee. Free kick for the DFC. Free kick taken short towards Jared. Jared around the outside. Good defending by Lee. Veteran defender and Lee. It will be a corner. Ball played in and bouncing wide of the target there. But the DFC, they're trying to get back into it. And they kept it close. It's still 3-2. The game is not completely done and gone yet. They have to manufacture a way back into this one. They have to. Still the DFC fight. Still the DFC claw. It finds Jared. Jared poking one through. Lovely turn. Ball coming across. And Jared Smeans puts it agonizingly wide. Again, Randy Gomez could only watch. He could only hope and pray. And the ball just continued on its trajectory and drifted past the outside of the post. But they're coming closer to the DFC. They're coming closer to equalizing in this one. For an entire half, it's been the attackers. It's been a complete reversal in fortune for both sides, because for the entire first half, it was all DFC. Then the last 10 minutes, the attackers came to play. And it's been all attackers in the second half. And now DFC have come to the party. Hawley puts one in over the top. Not quite dealt with. And eventually, they can't look to break away. Oh, it's given away. It's given away cheaply. Can they manufacture something here, the DFC? Looking to cut inside. Looking to find space. He's gone down. And he is absolutely furious with the referee. He wanted a call. He didn't get the whistle. And now attackers can look to move. They can look to shift. They can look to turn this game around yet again. But it's DFC with some lovely defending. Ball into touch. DFC through. Throw taken, headed away. Wobby looks to clear, only as far as a sky blue shirt. It's Gavi trying to poke our way through, but only the dark blue of the attackers is in that vicinity. Throw in. Attackers milking every second possible off the clock. Trying to hold on, claw on to this 1-goal advantage by any means necessary. It's a ball across. It's not dealt with, but that's a crucial touch by Rashim. Shifted back. Still the DFC. Puts one in, and the volley by Jared was miscued, and the second shot attempt miscued as well. It's still in the sky blue. It can be whipped to the ups to cut back, actually, and that may have cost us another opportunity. He could have whipped it in, and now it's Gaza Isaacs, and Gaza has strength. Gaza has speed. Gaza around the outside. Gaza goes down. Nothing says referee Hilton. Jared, lovely turn. wins a free kick. He was restricted, he was pulled back, and he was stripped. Free kick to the Diamond FC. Can they equalize? Just like how the attackers equalized. They have been knocking on the door. They have been banging on the door. Can they break the door down? Floated over the top. Header won by Special. Here come the attackers. It's Lee. Lee has legs. Lee also has Gaza. And Gaza has legs as well. Gaza is fast. Puts one in towards Lee. Dealt with by the defense. The game has opened right up. We have 2 minutes left on the clock, plus whatever is added. And that's lovely defending. He puts the ball into touch. It will be a throw-in. Throw in the DFC yet again. Time ticking away. The game boiling down to these last precious seconds. How much time will be added? Can the DFC claw way back into it in the time remaining? Throw comes in. Cleared away. And here come the attackers. You can't play him in, you know. Instead plays a bit behind him, and Gaza has to turn and twist and try to force and manufacture a way through. Denzel pokes it over the top, looking for Gaza. That's good defending. Just shielding him off, allowing the ball to run to his keeper. There will be time added for sure. The question is, how much time? How much time can you add? Gavi. That's a missed touch. Back to Gomez. He's so composed on the ball. So composed as Randy Gomez. Mason looking for Spooney. Spooney can't corral that one. The board goes up. 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all that's left for the DFC. Rashima. He finds Lee. Lee again. Bouncing around and will end up at the feet of Shakoy Reed. Reed. Into touch. Throw into the attackers. They will milk every possible second off this clock. Just the 120 seconds left. 120 seconds for the DFC to get back into. We've seen it before. We've seen them score 2 goals in 2 minutes with Kentish John and Jared Smains against the Eagle Claw. But there's no Kentish John here today. Rashim stepping in. Throw into the DFC. It will boil down. It will go right down to the wire. Jared back to Hawley. Gets his initial kick wrong. Now Gavi, a mistouch. Shifted out wide, a good effort. Better defending. Still the DFC. They have pushed their line right up. Their defensive line is all the way up. The throw is back with the DFC yet again. Seconds ticking. Clock running. The keeper goes up. It'll be a free kick, in fact, not a throw in. Micah's going up. Garvey is going up. Ball is played in. There's no keeper. And the DFC have gotten it back. It's an audacious ball in. And Randy Gomez collects and falls on it gratefully. Randy Gomez will just lump it forward. But it's straight to a sky blue shot. And this could be troublesome here. It's played over the top. It's bouncing around. It can be shifted wide. Last chance saloon. He gets it wrong. He gets it horribly wrong. And Randy Gomez blasts it into the car park. 93 minutes have elapsed. The throw will come in. It goes in long. Spoonie can't clear. Bouncing. It's desperate. It's still DFC. Millington blocked again. Bounces high. And 3 blasts of Hilton's whistle signals that the attackers have pulled off the most improbable, the most unlikely, but the most heroic of comebacks from 2-0 down, playing the majority of the first half with 9 men, playing the rest of it with 10 men, having 11 men for just 45 minutes. They have pulled off the spectacular, and they will finish third in the Super 4 playoff. Bodies down. They put everything into this one. They put it all on the line in those last few minutes, in those last few seconds. But it all counts for the attackers because they will finish third in the Super 4 competition. The DFC, they were demanded. They were playing with a number of key starters, and it cost them in the end. They missed the experience of Alex. They missed the leadership of Trevor for most of the game, and they just didn't have the chess pieces left when push came to shove, when all the cards were down, when all the chips were on the table. They just didn't have enough left in the tank, and they will finish the Super 4 playoff in fourth. What a winner for the attackers. Coming up right after this one is the Little Soldiers, and they'll be taking on the East Enders in what should be a very good game. The East Enders, they'll be led by Kaylee Durand as well as Tanisha Willett, and they need to get their goal scorers back in goal scoring form. We'll join you when the game is about to kick off, but for now, we will take you back to Master Control.